Hi everyone, this is Professor Brame from Bellevue University. Most of my students call me Professor B. This is the very first video for our class MA215, which is called Applied Statistics. We are using the textbook Intro Stats, and that is by DeVoe, Velleman, and Bach. This week we will cover chapters 1 through 3, so you should either be reading chapters 1 through 3 or you should be watching these videos. So the first question is, what is statistics? What will we be spending the next 10 to 12 weeks studying? So statistics is basically using data. So we're collecting, we're organizing, we're summarizing, we're displaying it in different ways, we're comparing different parts of it, and it's a mathematical science, kind of like economics, not like algebra or calculus, that sort of thing. Descriptive statistics, so there are two main parts of statistics. Descriptive statistics is the part that we're going to focus on first, and that basically is using statistics to describe your data. So it's going to utilize numerical, graphical, etc. to look for patterns. We're going to summarize information. So again, graphically would be making a bar chart or a pie graph or one of those things. Examples, if we're looking at the number of crimes reported in a city, we might look at the average number of crimes in a city. We might look at a bar graph that shows, year by year, or maybe different parts of the city, or something to that effect. Percent of pass completion in football, again, there's different ways that you could certainly record that. Again, this time is a percent, so we're looking at parts of a whole, so possibly a pie graph would be a good way to go. The first half of this class focuses on those descriptive statistics. Inferential statistics is where we'll spend the second half of our course. And inferential statistics basically utilizes a smaller subset of your data, so a small group of data, and then we're going to use that data to make inferences. That's why it's called inferential. We're going to make inferences about the population as a whole. So we're taking a small group, we're going to do some sort of statistical test, and we're going to say, because we did this, we're going to assume that it's the same for everybody. Again, it would be very prohibitive, either cost or time-wise, to actually speak to everybody in a population. For instance, if we were going to ask high school students about, ACT preparation, you couldn't possibly talk to every single high school student. So instead, you take a smaller group of high school students that you feel is representative of the whole, and then you make inferences about all high school students based on that. Next up, we're going to talk about data and the 6 W's.